we have to make our picks for the first round of the NFL playoffs, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
There are 6 games to pick from. And I don't really think there's any bad games in this group. There's some playoff rounds where you go, oh, ugh.
Yeah, well, the Steelers-Ravens game has the opportunity to get sideways. I mean, that's the biggest line of the week. It's a 9.5-point line.
It does, but when those two get together, it's close. The head-to-heads between the Steelers and the Ravens and Harbaugh and Tomlin is separated by one game.
The head-to-heads have been close, but, I mean, we just look at what happened, and they split this year, should be noted. I think what they're looking at is what happened most recently, which was 34-17 trouncing of the Steelers in Baltimore, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
In Baltimore, last time those two teams played.
All right, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, let's do it, man. All right, my first pick, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers, -3 on the road against the Houston Texans. If you look at it, of the teams that are in the playoffs, 14 teams in the playoffs, 12 of them were in the top 12 against the spread this year in the entire NFL. Houston is one that is not in of the top 14 against the spread. The Los Angeles Chargers, not only were they on this list,
they're number 1, aren't they?
They are tied for first. 12-5 on the season against
Vegas
the spread.
had them nailed all season long.
So I'm going to go with the Chargers -3 on the road, taking on the Texans.
The number being smaller scared me away, and I'm going to zig a little bit when everybody else is zagging. I'm not taking the Texans. I'm taking the over. Despite it being a playoff game, which you see it being ground down even more, I feel like 41.5 when you're not giving either team essentially more than 21 points. If you're saying this is a 3-point line, feels a little light, even for a offense challenged team like the Chargers, because the Chargers have been better offensively, and that Texans defense is a little dinged up. So I'm gonna go with this game being a little bit more than 41.5.
All right.
I'm going to go with here. Adam Schefter put out a tweet earlier this morning listing off all of the playoff teams and their point differentials against the other playoff teams. So I'm probably going to rely on this way too heavily. The Los Angeles Chargers were the second worst at -35. However, the Houston Texans were the worst at -66. So I'm going to take the Chargers at -3.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, second game here. I'm going Steelers +9.5 in Baltimore against the Ravens. That would make them a road dog. +9.5 is a big number. No Zay Flowers. He's been ruled out for the Baltimore Ravens as well, so there goes a vertical deep threat. I just think this game is going to be closer than 9.5. You're talking about a double-digit playoff game. That's a blowout. They are looking at what happened the last time the Steelers went to Baltimore. Also, it's been exactly how I thought it would play out with Russell Wilson being the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're going to win games, and you were going to have those spurts where he looked really good, but I think they are taking the fall off of Russell Wilson and the Steelers offense a little bit too far in that betting line. I'm going to go with the Steelers +9.5.
The Baltimore weather is heading towards snow.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
So, with that being said, it's not going to snow during the game. It's just heading there, which is going to be bitterly cold and nasty. I'm going to tail you on this. 9.5 is too big a number. Give me the Steelers +9.5.
All right.
Again, back to those point differentials. Pittsburgh, the fourth worst, -30. Baltimore, the best at +112. 9.5 is a huge number, but I'm still going to take it. Give me Baltimore -9.5.
Ooh.
All right, I'm going to go with Bills. Broncos is our next game here. This is an interesting one. Weather will play a role. Upstate New York, Western New York in January. Not going to be warm. Here's my little nugget here. The Denver Broncos are 12-5 on the season against the spread. They are tied for tops in the National Football League. But as an underdog, they are 4-4 against the spread. Dead even. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills to cover the 6.5. I think that you have a team in Buffalo that's going to have a little something to prove here. So I'm going to go Buffalo -6.5.
If you're watching on the YouTube and you just got the look on my face, that's because I looked at the Buffalo weather. Currently 23 degrees, heading towards 17.
That's what I'm talking about.
Where did you get 6.5?
Yeah, it's 8.5, Dusty.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 8.5?
8.5. Yeah. You get more than that.
Oh, I read that. Yeah, I'll go 8.5.
Yeah.
Still going to go 8.5 Bills.
No, I'm taking the exact same
It
line.
looked like a 6 on the DraftKings app here.
Yeah, it's okay. Your eyes are going. It's what
old.
happens.
Man in my 40s.
It kind of goes counterintuitive to what I just said as the 9.5 point line with the Steelers and Ravens. I think there's just a bigger separation between the Broncos and Bills, and particularly a rookie quarterback heading into this cold, into this environment, and Josh Allen doing what he does. Congratulations on making the playoffs, Broncos. You get Josh Allen in Buffalo in the first round.
Good luck, guys.
Well, the thing is, we got a couple of cold weather teams here, so they both know how to do it. This is the one where not leaning as heavily on the point differentials because Denver's barely there at +3, but Buffalo was a -15. So I just have a sneaking suspicion that Denver will be able to keep this within a touchdown, so I'm taking Denver +8.5.
Ooh. All right, Commanders head down to Tampa Bay, Florida to take on the Buccaneers. Bucks 3-point favorites in this one. Points. Over-under set at 50.5. I am going to go Tampa Bay -3, though. I like the Bucks to win. Rookie quarterback on the road in the playoffs. Very similar to Bo Nix heading to Buffalo as well. I'm going to take the home team.
The only reason I'm going to go the other way from you, even with the rookie quarterback, is because he's not going to play in the bitter cold. He's going down to Florida. It's not a place that's going to jump out and bite you as Buffalo will. And it's not like Bo Nix hasn't been playing in the cold, both playing in the Northwest and playing in Denver. But I think this is the kind of game where Jaden Daniels and that Bucs defense has been beat up all season long. I'm with you on the points. I think this is just going to be a shootout, and there has been a weird, feeling around Jaden Daniels in his rookie year and his ability to just make something happen. And I want to will this and have the Commanders make this magical run in Jaden Daniels' rookie season, but I'm going to take the Commanders and the points. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, a road dog.
Point differential again. We got a 56-point swing between these two teams. So I'm going to go with the team on the better side of that, Tampa Bay -3.
You know those two teams played week 1?
Yeah.
Oh,
in Tampa Bay?
Yeah, Jaden Daniels had a nice little game.
Yeah, he did. He's come a long way since then.
Threw for 200, ran for 80.
Now we have our fifth game. Yep, 5th of 6. Philly hosting the Green Bay Packers. I think this one goes over the 44.5. That is the line. I don't feel comfortable with this one either way, Philly or Packers, because of Jordan Love. But if Jordan Love's elbow is dinger dip and he is not healthy, I think what we're going to see is short fields. We're going to see a lot of points. And if Jordan Love is healthy, points can be had on both these teams. I'm going to go over 44.5.
Current weather in Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial Field, 32 degrees, 39% humidity, 15-mile-an-hour winds.
Love it.
And getting colder.
Yep.
This is the one game I think I had the most difficult time picking.
That's why I took the over.
Jalen Hurts has returned to practice. He has not left concussion protocol.
Well, that's because you're still in it.
He's got to hit his marks.
But you don't practice unless you're on the final stage of your concussion protocol. That's the last.
Yes.
That is the last one. You're in it until game time.
But he has not played for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Knocking off the rust in the playoffs in the cold. Not exactly a fortuitous bounce, but your other quarterback has an injury to his throwing hand. Give me the Eagles -4.5. I don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a tough time with this one too, not knowing whether or not Jalen Hurts was going to play. But it looks like he's ramping back up. They expect him to be a full participant by tomorrow. Eagles -4.5.
All right, the final game is a Monday night game. Vikings -1.5 at the Rams. I'm going to take the Vikings in this one with the way that the end of the regular season happened. And then you add on top of it everything that's going on in L.A. surrounding the Rams. We don't even know where this game is going to be played. They're still having to go through their preparations and practice with everything that is happening in Southern California right now with the wildfires. I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. I don't understand why the line is this close. I get the Vikings choked the way that they did in the last game of the season, and a lot of this has to do with how you're playing, much like the college football playoff. But that 1.5 is too small a number. Give me the Vikings. I mean, you're basically just saying they're going to win.
The Rams do have a lot on their minds, definitely. Sometimes, though, that can maybe galvanize a team. And then plus, last week, it looked like Sam Darnold came out and saw his shadow. I think, he might realize, he's like, that's right, I forgot I was Sam Darnold. He's going to come out with some yips like a good old Chuck Knobloch. I'm going to take the Rams at +1.5.
All right.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first round of the playoffs, our picks in the books.
As this texter says, I'm fading the F out of you guys this weekend. Go ahead. I bet we're probably due. I ended up finishing the season 38-20-2. The wheels are about to fall off in the playoffs.
Yeah, I haven't updated mine. I've got to do my last round of picks. But right now I'm 35-20-1. So we're bound to absolutely come crashing down.
Yeah, probably will.
We did have some monster regular seasons, though.
All of us were well over 500. Rust at one point, last update of his standings, he was 35-27-3 and in last place. We had a good season. Picking games.
Because I did not last year.
I'll take that bronze medal, man.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it was 2 years ago. I had the 1-18 run.
Yeah.
Or 1-19.
I was right around 500 last year, and it was not great.
No,
we're on the heater this year.
Yeah, it's a good season.
So that means the playoffs will
we
probably
will absolutely
be a disaster.
bottom out.